7 Russian armored vehicles are destroyed in one day. For a month and a half now, the invaders have been suffering incredible losses in manpower and equipment in the area of responsibility of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade, the Brigade area near AVDIIVKA. Now they are throwing all their strength onto the left flank, trying to get around the Ukrainian defenders. At the same time, the enemy uses his superiority in the air, missiles and artillery shells. The invaders also work with KABs, erasing populated areas to zero. In the video, pilots of the strike drones company of the 47th Brigade helped adjacent units successfully repel an enemy assault. The enemy's equipment was burned. The invaders were eliminated. The 35th Marine Infantry Brigade has raised the Ukrainian flag in Kozachi Laheri next to Krinky on the left bank of the Dnieper, indicating that the area currently controlled by Ukraine is indeed larger than previously known. Another gruesome testimony about the state of the Russian army. Captured Russian soldiers told a story, how his comrades killed their colleague because he didn't drink with them on New Year's. They dismembered him and buried him behind the dugout, says a Russian prisoner of war. We could make a TV series, horror stories from the Russian army. Dmitry Rogozin, who is very worried about Ukrainian drones after he was almost killed by a missile while chilling in a restaurant, reported about the discovery of new Ukrainian Baba Yaga-type drones. But now they are completely silent and have a longer range, he says. Observations from the front line, Orekhiv direction of the Zaporozhye front. I have already said that thanks to 1. Diversification of military supplies to Ukraine from leading Western countries, 2. Their use of the war in Ukraine as a training ground for improving their weapons and gaining knowledge about the capabilities of the Russian army, 3. Testing the most modern weapons of destruction on Russian soldiers. Military technical news from the front is becoming a daily occurrence. So, over the past 24 hours, we can say that the enemy started owning silent attack drones like Baba Yaga. This is no longer a conversion of an agricultural drone into a combat one, but a separate type of heavy helicopter-type UAV with electric motors and a powerful battery to increase its range. It was, in fact, predictable. The appearance of experienced sniper pairs in our country, shooting down dozens of Baba Yaga flying with noise that is heard from afar, should have led to the enemy changing the type of night unmanned bomber and the tactics of its use, which in fact is what happened tonight. The enemy drones came not from the front, but from the rear, which speaks to their growing range capabilities. Their appearance was noticed by us only with the help of night vision cameras, which we knew were placed around the perimeter of our position. The drones were inaudible but clearly visible through thermal imaging sites at a distance of several kilometers. We did not open fire on them. We will destroy them later when we study their habits, routes, and tactics. The main thing is not to shoot down the drones, but to kill their operators by figuring out their hiding place. In general, the situation in our sector of the front is tense and calm. I don't notice any significant changes. By the way, the photo shows the day's catch of one of the motorized rifle regiments. These drones were stopped by the latest modification of the Grodza electronic warfare system and shot down by the soldiers with small arms. But this was during the day, and at night the situation changed. Destruction of a 2S5 Jitsint S 152mm self-propelled gun by a HIMARS strike. Poland, Rzeszów. Bradley infantry fighting vehicles are already loaded on low loaders for delivery to Ukraine and are waiting for the go-ahead, as also published by Polish sources. UK supplied Challenger 2 MBT in service with the Ukrainian 82nd Air Assault Brigade. $400,000 people in Orenburg Oblast asked Putin for flood compensation money. That's roughly one another army for his books. Gobelan, Ground Obstacle Breaching Lane Neutralizer. The U.S. Army is exploring methods to detect and neutralize landmines. One of the concepts is the Gobelan, short for Ground Obstacle Breaching Lane Neutralizer. The concept is comprised of a combat vehicle with a mortar-mounted launcher for neutralization and a mine detection device. It allows remote detection and neutralization, meaning the warfighter would not be at risk. It's shown here mounted on a M1152A1 high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicle at Yuma Test Center in late March. A ground obstacle breaching lane neutralizer test was conducted in late March of 2024 at Yuma Test Center, located at Yuma Proving Ground in Yuma, Arizona. The concept is comprised of three main components: a combat vehicle with a mortar-mounted launcher for neutralization and a mine detection device. Ground Obstacle Breaching Lane Neutralizer Test, lead Raj Natanmai with the U.S. Army's DEVCOM Armament Center showed the team a TM-62 mine that was completely burned and explained, "That one didn't blow up, it burned. It set on fire and charred up, basically. That's the ideal neutralization. That's what we want all the targets to do." The test team fired more than 250 mortars at inert mines, both domestic M15S and foreign TM-62S.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.